Welcome back to Mach's Garage. If you like what you see here today, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps me out and I appreciate that. So what I've got in front of me, and you guys can't really see it, is a wiring harness out of the snowmobile that's sitting right behind me. Now that is a 1999 Ski-Doo Mach 1 700 triple. So that's what the chassis was. It had a 1998 700 triple engine swapped into it at some point. Ski-Doo actually made kind of, I'm going to go ahead and say annoying changes throughout the run of that 700 triple. So they are every single year from, well, at least 97 to 99. There are differences. I think 99 and 2000 are basically the same, but there are differences in kind of everything, and I'm pretty sure the Mach Z800 is kind of the same deal. So anyway, the reason that I've got this harness out is because I need an engine for my 99 Formula 3, which is also a 700 triple. Now, this sled that I'm tearing apart, the Mach 1 is, it's junk. It's got the one black control arm. The more I look at the Mach 1, the more I realize that it is not really worth saving, and it truly is a part sled. So I will probably part the rest of it out or shove what's useful to me later up on a shelf somewhere and kind of save that. But this video is going to be about wiring harness, computer, stator, all that kind of stuff that I'm trying to figure out to come up with an engine that runs. The 1998 700 triple was in this chassis and running, and there were some things that were done in order to make that happen. I am not an expert on this, but I absolutely cannot find any information. I have put some things together by looking at the parts that I've got. I've also looked at parts diagrams on Ski-Doo's websites, which are factory parts breakdowns, and I think I've got a fairly good handle on it at this point. But if you know more than I do, don't be afraid to comment down below this thing. All right, so first of all, this 99 Mach 1 has RER reverse, which is, I don't remember what it stands for, but it's the electric push button that shuts the engine off and fires it backwards. The chassis had that. At one point, this sled had that and had it functional. At the point that I got it, it no longer does. And part of that is that you can't really run it on a 98 engine to the best of my knowledge. So there's been some modifications made. All right. I think this, yeah, it's right in front of my face, so this is definitely in view. So this end sits, these connectors all sit right above the recoil side. So if you've got one of these, this is our temperature sensor. Here's our crank trigger or pickup coil connector, and then this is the stator connector. You may be able to see there are two wires that are cut here. So this is a blue with yellow and a white with yellow tracer. Those are the wires that went to the secondary or reverse pickup coil on this engine. So this connector was changed because the 98 has a 4-pin connector, while the 99 has a 6-pin connector. That chassis has a 6-pin connector, so this engine will not plug directly into the chassis, even on the 700, even on the 99 that doesn't have reverse. It has the 6-pin plug, just 2 of them are dummy plugs or just not installed. So this one will not plug into, So that's why this connector has been swapped over, and you can see they used heat shrink butt connectors, and they actually look good enough that I'm going to go ahead and leave them alone, because it is my eventual goal to get back to having a push button reverse using this harness. That's not my only driving factor to swap this in. I really want to have that snowmobile running before the snow is gone, so I can at least ride it like one time this year. Part of that is because if it's not in one piece and functional, it'll turn out like my 350X Honda three-wheeler, and it'll be 10 years before I get around to doing anything to it again. So as long as it runs, I keep interest and keep it going. Once it doesn't run, there's a certain time frame where I have to get them running, or it just doesn't happen. All right, so difference number one from 98 to 99, this plug right here that connects into the stator. Because this harness has the provisions, it's got 2 extra wires in it. Now, the weird thing is, like, one of them, this blue and yellow, is run totally by itself outside of the normal harness. And I'm not sure if that goes up to somewhere in this dash area, which is totally a possibility. That's either hand or thumb warmers. This wire right here. These 2 plugs right here are the input to the push button reverse switch. This little unit here is our speaker. I'm not sure if it does anything else, but the little backup alarm, when you hit the reverse, that's this unit. It goes into the floorboard area. Yeah. So, I'm not sure how all this stuff plays together. I don't have a factory service manual yet. Pretty much all I've done so far is look at things and use my meter to trace where wires go. All right, down at the, and I do have quite a few spare parts. So down at the engine end, or the CDI end, this is the CDI end. I have a CDI from a 98 Mach 1, my 99 Formula 3, and this 99 Mach 1 with RER reverse. None of them will plug into each other. There is a difference in all the CDI box plugs, which are these right here. Now, this is the chassis end, so they're all here. So I'm going to grab the CDI boxes and show you. All right, so here is my 99 Formula 3 CDI. This plug is the same on all 3 of them. This one goes out to the coils. This controls your 3 coils. It's got 6 wires. That is the same on every single one. This 3-pin plug, all right, so here is my 99 Mach 1 RER, question mark, because I don't really know what it is. All of these engines also use a different flywheel. So in order for this thing to be functional like it is, I assume it's probably been reprogrammed to work without reverse. I don't know. I know it works with the harness and the engine, so I'm going to keep running it. So this is a 99 non-RER reverse. This is a 99, I think this is set up to work with reverse. Okay, so here's one of the differences. And well, I guess here's why they won't plug in. We've got our 3-pin weather pack, that's the same. The non-reverse has a 2-pin weather pack, while the reverse one has a 3-pin weather pack. So right on the surface, these just flat out don't plug in. There's 1 extra wire, so there's actually a dummy plug in the 4-pin. It really could have been a 3-pin as well, but if they did 2 3-pins, you'd be able to reverse them pretty easy. So they didn't. They did 3 and 4. So that is the difference from a plug-in aspect. Now here's what I find kind of weird. This plug is also different, but I'm not sure what's going on with this particular PCM, because these 2 crimp connectors here actually run back to the 2 wires that are cut on this harness. Those are connected together. So the secondary pickup coil that should normally go into this is not connected. I'm sure that extra wire here in the 4-pin probably has to do with a signal to tell it to go into reverse, but I don't have a service manual yet, and I'm not 100% sure. But this is just kind of weird to me. These are cut. They've got crimp connectors on them. Maybe they go to another module that I don't have on the sled. However, I would think that if this were truly an RER module, they would go inside and it would be used to reverse the engine. So yeah, so that's the difference there, that and that. Now if I grab my 98 Mach 1, look at that. All right, so the 6-pin coil connector, still the same. The 2-pin pickup coil, the same. Now here's the difference. So this one has a 4-pin weather pack and a 3-pin weather pack, just like this one. The difference here is it doesn't have room for the second pickup coil. So this is a 6-pin pickup, 6-pin connector. This is a 4-pin. Got the same wires coming out of it, or the same color codes, other than the two that are not connected to anything on this one, but that is a difference. So realistically, oh, you may also notice that I've got the tethers connected. These chips, or these tethers have a chip in them, and it works with the specific module, so you have to keep those together or it won't run right. I have a few of them, so it's easier for me to just kind of clip them to the module. They stay there, and then when I go to use the right one, it's there. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming that in order to make reverse work, which I want to, I'm going to have to get another module. And I'm assuming that because these two wires should go to something. They come off the secondary pickup coil. I can't imagine they're actually supposed to just terminate and not go into the module. So, all right, flywheels. Okay, I don't have all of my flywheels, but there's also a different flywheel for each one of these engines and PCMs as well. I don't have the one. I don't have a reverse flywheel, so I'm not 100% sure what it looks like. But here's my 99 Formula 3 flywheel, and this is a 98 Mach 1. Now, from what I can tell, all the 98 flywheels seem to be the same. But these little, oops, that's probably not the greatest thing to do. These little bumps are what our pickup coil runs on. So you can see the 99 non-reverse pickup coil has very long pieces here, where the 98 pickup coil has very short nubs. Now, the fact that there is a different flywheel for all of them, I somewhat assume that it has to do with the placement of those nubs in relationship with the groove here. But in order to make this work right, you have to have your stator, your flywheel, your harness, and your module all on the same wavelength. So because I want to add reverse eventually, this harness has that capability, so I'm going to put it in the sled. This module works with 1998 engines. I have, at this point, 5 engines for this sled. Only one of them that is like actually going in here. The other 4 are kind of junk. But I do have 5 complete engines. Out of that 5 engines, 1 is a 99. So the stator housing, or the pickup coil mount, whatever you want to call it, is different from 98 to 99. So even if I don't get reverse working, this harness and this computer gives me the capability of running the 98 style engine. Now what they did with this module in order to make it do that, I don't really know. I know they can be reprogrammed, maybe that's what happened, but I just know it works. And the engine was pretty greasy, so I'm assuming it had been working for quite a while because it looked like it had not been touched in some time. Alright, I guess that's it for right now. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I guess I do know what I'm doing now. It seems like a lot of work for not a lot of reward, but is what it is. Like I said, I have to keep that going or it just never will. And that Formula 3 is actually a very nice chassis. It's kind of dusty and dirty, but I'm sure it still looks good on camera. It's a nice sled. This Mach 1, nah, not really. Alright, thanks for watching my ramblings. I will make some more videos on this type of stuff, so if you're watching this years from now and this was interesting to you, watch some more.